Hello, boys and girls. So it is writing time, and so I wanted to talk to you just a little bit today about editing your papers. And I know because you're digital, you do not have a partner at home that you can edit with, but I know you might have a mom, you might have a brother, you might have a sister or a dad, or somebody else, maybe a grandma or grandpa, or even a cousin that could help you with editing. So Miss Van's going to go ahead and I'm going to let you see on my screen right here. I have my, um, this is my paper that I've done. Actually, it's one of my friends in my class who's done this paper. And I want to just talk about some of the things that you see in this paper, some things that we could do better or differently that would make this paper be a 4-star writing, okay? A 4-star writing. So we know that in our writing process, we have a couple steps. The first step is we have to think. The second step is we have to draw. The third step is we have to label. And the fourth step is we have to write our words to match our picture. So in this picture, you can see that my friend has drawn all sorts of pictures here. He has a couple labels. You can see, or she has a couple labels. I can see where he says fence and made this a fence. It looks like he might be talking about the playground outside because I know on our playground here at Chesney we have a fence, but it could be another one. He has another label up here, and he used his sounds that he heard in the word to be able to write it down. And then he wrote some words down here to match it. So if I was editing this paper and I was going to be a partner and a buddy for this friend to be able to help him, what I would do is I would go in here and I would look and see on his paper what are some things that he could do to make this paper and this writing even better than it already is. Because this is a pretty good piece of paper, pretty good writing, I mean, but we can make it even better. So I want you to look at the labels. The labels are good. The picture is good. But I have something down here that I see that does not have a label. And it looks like it might be part of the story or part of that he's trying to tell in his writing about the character. So I could add a label to that. So that might be something I would tell that partner. I would say, hey, partner, can you add a label, please, to this one? And then if you look down some more, you can see when he wrote his word play, which he did a very good job about, did he use all my lowercase letters? No. So that might be something I would do. I would say, I might circle this and say, make sure you go back and check this and use lowercase letters. I see he also did it right here. So I might circle that too as well. Another thing that I notice is that one of the things in our writing that we always try to do is keep one finger space apart. So when I do my words, I need to be able to fit my finger in between two words. So I and play should have enough space in between it that I could put my finger there. And that does not look like that I can do that for this one. So that might be another thing I could encourage my friend about and say. Now, I don't want to just tell my friend all of the things that I think need to be improved. I also want to tell my friend some things that I think he's done or she's done amazing. So for instance, I see this, I'm going to say, wow, you drew so great. I can tell that this is definitely a fence. It looks just like the one outside. He has the different squares for it and everything. And see, the fence goes all the way down to the end. So I would definitely say, wow, great job building and drawing your fence. And then I would say, gosh, you did the label just perfect right on top of it, and you even spelled it correctly. And then I would say, I like your green grass that you put on the bottom, but I think you could probably put a label with that grass. And your partner should say, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. I could do that too. Okay. Another thing that we want to do is I see some words down here at the bottom. And you see these words at the bottom? These words need to go on the line. So we don't want to have words flying around our paper. We want to make sure they're sitting on this line right here. That's super important, okay? So I know that there's lots of other things that you can think of that we could do to edit, but I want for you to go ahead and get with somebody in your household that you have, or even maybe your teacher will meet with you at some point, and I want you to kind of look over the work. You can also be your own editor. You can take out all of the writings that you've been doing, and you may have a writing folder at home that you're keeping them in or something else, and you need to get that out, and you need to go through them, and you need to say, okay, do I have labels on this? Okay, do I have a good picture on this that has details? Like I've seen some pictures Like for instance, this picture is a good picture, but it's got legs and arms, but there's a body missing. So maybe I could go back and try to add a body to it. If you're not able to draw the body, then that's okay too, but we could try. Another thing that I might do is I might say, okay, do I have my words right? Are they all on this line right here? And if they're not, then I can erase them and move them to the line so that they'll be there. Okay, so those are just some tips and some pointers of ways that you can make your writing fancy, and you can clean it up and make it look really nice. Okay, so that is super important. And have a friend at your house, a cousin, like I said, a mom or dad or somebody, help look at your paper after you go back through and you edit it a little bit. Okay, but when Miss Van uses the big word and says edit, that's what I mean by that. I mean that we need to go in, make our work look fancy, and fix it. Make sure it has labels, make sure it has pictures with details, and make sure that it has words on the line with a good finger space in between them, okay? Don't forget your punctuation either. Don't forget your period, okay? All right, thank you guys for letting me share with you, and I hope you have a good afternoon.